I'm going to make this video basically as a tutorial just on how to unload and load different firearms. Even if you don't like guns, it doesn't hurt to at least know how they work, how they operate, at least how to get the bullets out of them. I will start first with this. This is a revolver. It's a Taurus 357 Magnum. Let's see. There's a button here. This unloads it. This is the cylinder. It rotates. Now you push this. You slide this forward. The little button, and you just push on the cylinder. It comes right out. And you just tilt it. Push down on the stick. Pushes all the bullets, or at least the casings, out. To load it, it's really simple. You put new rounds in here, bullets, click it over, it clicks, locks in place, good to go. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this. This is a 1911. This particular model is a Springfield 1911 A1. It shoots a .45 caliber bullet. Now, this is a little bit different. This is a semi-automatic handgun. See, there's a little button here. This is your magazine drop button. I'm going to push this in, you can see exactly what happens. Look at that. The magazine, this thing, just falls out when you push that button. Now, this is where the bullets go. To operate this one, alright, I'll show it to you this way. To operate this one, there's a slide catch right here. Now, I'm going to pull it back with the magazine in, just because it's that much easier to get the slide to lock. Pull it back, and it stays in place. This particular gun will only do that with the magazine in place. If the magazine isn't there, it won't lock automatically. You have to push the tab up, which is kind of a pain in the ass when you're doing it backwards. Like I said, to load it, it's really simple. You take your magazine with bullets, slide it in, you pull here, just like that. It usually goes straight forward without having to hold the tab down if there's rounds in it. This here is a Springfield XD 9mm. It's a 4-inch compact. This is actually several safety features. This right here is the back strap. That's a safety feature. If this is not depressed, the gun won't fire. There's another one here on the trigger. If that isn't depressed, trigger won't pull. Alright. There's also a little indicator here. When this thing pops up, it means there's a bullet in the chamber. This little, I don't know if you can see it, this little silver tab here, that means that the hammer's back. The hammer is what strikes the bullet and makes it go. Now, to unload this, it's actually ambidextrous. There's this tab here on this side, and it's also here on the other side. You just depress that, magazine comes out. It's not a clip, it's a magazine. Okay, now it's locked in place. You can see there's the little tab here. This comes up, and it catches it. Put the magazine in, and you can either push down on the tab, or you can pull back on the slide. I'm just going to push on the tab. Comes right forward. And you can see there's a little indicator here saying that the hammer's back. Alright, that does it for handguns. Next I'm going to move on to some rifles. This is my shotgun. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's a pump action shotgun. I don't have a breech loader, so we won't go into that. But for this one, what you do is, turn around here, there's a little tab here that needs to be depressed if there's nothing in it. See, it locks in place. You push into this little button, and again, that's right here on this gun. It's in different places in different guns. But you push in here, and then it comes down. To load this one, it's really simple. Now, this is a slug. I don't shoot these hardly ever. I usually just shoot birdshot. But there's this little flap here. You would take this, slide it in, and that's all. Then, there's my phone. Now it's loaded. Now, To unload this, it's a little bit more complicated than a handgun. Now, to unload this, normally you would have to shoot the gun for this to work. But if you push on that tab again, look at that, it goes flying out. Now I'm going to do this a couple times just to make sure it's unloaded. See? Nothing in it. Now I leave this, when I'm not using it, with it open, just so I can visually verify that there's nothing inside of it. Let's see. Next, I'm going to work on this is a Mossberg 802 Plinkster. It's a 22 bolt action rifle. It's just a blast and a half. It's bolt action, so you have to manually load every round into there. This is the magazine. This here is the magazine release. This is in different places on different guns. So if you're unsure, just look around for a little button. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully it isn't the safety. This is the safety on this gun. Red means dead. For this one, you push up on this, magazine slides right out. There's nothing in here, so I'm going to put it in. And to load this, to chamber this, you've got your bolt here. That's why it's called bolt action, because you have to use the bolt to load it. They also have semi-automatic 22s, where every time you shoot it, it automatically loads another one in there. I personally prefer bolt action. I trust myself a lot more. Pull it up, pull it down. Now, when this comes forward, what it's doing is it's pushing around a bullet into the chamber. Then you just lock it into place. You can see there's nothing in there. You just lock it into place by pushing it down, and bang. You know, it's pretty simple. It isn't very complicated. This is a Remington 700 in a .308 caliber. This works a lot like the 22 as far as being a bolt action. However, it doesn't have a magazine. What you have to do is you have to manually feed your bullets through the top. This is a .308 round. Now the easiest way is just to take it in and just click it in there, okay? Let's see. This is the round reservoir, I guess. It's where your bullets are kept. But yeah, you have to go through the breech here and push down every round that goes in there. See, now it's loaded. Now it's not. I'll show you that again. Take this, slide it right in there, and just push down until it clicks in place. Now, sometimes these can be too far forward and it can cause a jam if you're loading a bunch of them, but I'm only doing one, so it's not a big deal. Now again, to load it, you just slide your bolt forward and lock it down. Now this gun is hot. It is loaded. To unload it, once again, I'll show you. Pull up here, slide it down. This particular model, I don't know if every bolt action has this. I used to have another one that did not have this, so I know they all don't. This has a release right here for the reservoir. Now for this one, it's inside the trigger guard. You just push here, and this comes out. This is where all your bullets are stored. So that would be the quickest way to unload this. Then to put it back, you simply get the follower in there, click it in. We'll double check making sure it's unloaded. Good to go. Now the next one is my personal favorite. It's my M4 carbine. This one here. This is not a machine gun. This will only shoot one bullet every time you pull the trigger. A machine gun, you pull that trigger and it keeps shooting as long as your finger's there. The U.S. military doesn't even use machine guns very much anymore. They still do, but the idea that people are just buying these is just ridiculous. That's a complete different video. We're not going to go into that right now. This one is this is semi-automatic. Means every time you pull the trigger, it's going to put a new bullet in there. Now, there are lots of different components. This is just the dust cover. I'm going to leave it down, or close it for now. I'm going to unload this magazine. There's a button here on the side. This is your trigger guard here, and right here is the button. It sticks out a little bit. You push, and that releases it. Alright? This is not ambidextrous. There isn't one on the other side that will do that. I believe there are some models that are. This one is not one of those. So to load this, it's actually really simple. Let me go ahead. Yeah, I'll drop that bolt now. It was back. You put your magazine in. You make sure it's seated. These can sometimes not seat completely, and you think they're in there, but they don't feed. Now, to actually chamber, you take this. This is your charging handle. Alright? You pull back. Alright? That's all. Now, provided there are actually bullets in this magazine, this will snap back forward. Now, there aren't, so you have to push that manually forward. It's not a big deal. This will show you how to reload one when it's empty and you got to change a magazine. Basically, that's where we are. Because when this runs out and there's nothing more in here, that bolt locks back just like it is here. You can see it's nice and open in here. You can put my finger in there. So it needs to be cleaned. To drop this, to drop the bolt, to chamber around, there are a couple of different things. I have a battery assist device made by Magpul on mine, which means I can use my trigger finger and just brush here. You see, it just dropped that. Most don't have that. It's an add-on. I think it's just pure convenience and me being lazy. The general way that this functions is without this device on here, there's just a little lever here. It's a very small button, and you would just push on that. And it does the exact same thing. All the lever does is give you more leverage. So normally, you would have to take one hand off the barrel and give it a little tap. It's nothing, there's nothing to it. Now, like I said, unloading it is super simple. Push the button, magazine drops. Yeah. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. You can go ahead and rate this in the comments if you want. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. This is my first video. I might do some more on gun safety and awareness in the future. At this time, I don't have another one planned, but I'll see what the success of this one is. Again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just go ahead and send something to my inbox, write in the comments, whatever you want. If I can't answer it, I will find someone who can. Yeah, thanks for watching.